Hey folks, Positive Paul here on a Saturday, June 8th, 2019. Hope everybody's well. Trying to wrap your head around this hybrid issue for most is just, I don't know, I guess it's just too much to either want to believe or even try to understand. But what I want to do is real quickly go over how that with all we know, what we know about mind control, the manipulation of human beings and their thought process, and the ability of the hybrids to continue to, I guess, hide, their what they, who they truly are for what they are. And it all concerns this technology, holographic technology, and the way that, we interact with that. But like concerning the 5G, that's all this is necessary for them, meaning the hybrids, to continue on with the deception. But I'm gonna real quick. Every now and then, I've throughout my life I've come across, some I guess older type resources, and newspapers are one of them. I want to just quick show you a newspaper from 1963. A bunch of them were stuffed in a retaining wall I had demoed, but this is the San Diego Union, and it's from March 1963. Okay, and just to show you how predictive programming and all that. Look at the front page article. Okay, probe of Mars hints chance of marginal life. Now look, how long have we been hearing this, right folks? But concerning the hybrid issue, I want to real quick look at the bottom where you see Harriman gets a new position. Kennedy had appointed Averell Harriman, the Secretary of State, and you have to imagine back then Kennedy had to known about the hybrid issue. All right, Eisenhower didn't warn everybody for nothing. But, concerning that hybrid issue back then, I can imagine the pressure being put on these people. And that's probably what got Kennedy killed, because he was disagreeing with what was going on. So when you look at this, fast forward to where we're at today, all right, concerning the technology and all that, I want to just share with you one thing concerning the spiritual aspect and demonic realm. And I'm sure Kennedy had to know about this, but here I have a book called The Day Christ Died, all right, written by a man named Jim Bishop. This is from 1957, and it's interesting. He breaks the book down in 3 sections, explaining that day, how the Jewish world, what they were up to, what Jesus was up to that day, and also the Roman world. But I want to read a little excerpt from The Day Christ Died, and this will come from the Jewish world section, and he's talking about how Caiaphas and the great Sanhedrin, basically they had just become callous over time. When you hear about the zeal has eaten up me, they were at that point, and they were so set in their ways that they could not even grasp about the spiritual aspect of what was taking place back then. So this is interesting what the author writes. He says, the Jews believed as part of their faith in the efficacy of spirits. The world of the now and the world of the hereafter, they believed, were filled with innumerable spirits. Good spirits and evil spirits. Good ones were always sent by God and guided man in paths of righteousness. All evil spirits were subject to God's authority, but fought his will and hated man. Now this is the part that I want to get to. All spirits were composed of an ethereal fluid substance, which was either luminous or faintly opaque. Now, look, concerning these anomalies I've been showing for years now, and, some people, I guess, are paying attention, but most are just ignoring it, and there's very few people that are able to do this. Look, this demonic realm, these spirits, they are here in our dimension. We understand that. Those of us that are, trying to figure this out. So, this is all going to go to the heart of everything, the gang stalking, all that. For the TIs out there, you have to understand these hybrids are part of your stalking and demonic realm, which a lot of you already know. So look, he continues on. The Hebrew world classified all spirits as angels. And there were angels of the presence, those who stood eternally before God, and those who were sent to minister in the form of human guise. Others were, guiding the stars and the earth in their orbits, and others had detailed duties for the dead, and a few were assigned to nations or races. But among those spirits, always in the presence of God, 7 were specially elect. The first 3, we know, Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel, are the his top 3. But here's the thing: the evil spirits always occupy the air closest to the earth. They prefer to live in deserted and unclean places, abandoned homes, tombs, ruins, and sometimes they might even be welcome into a man's home. Now, folks, this is what I'm saying. These hybrids, all right, they look like us. It's this. They do something to manipulate the electromagnetic spectrum within the visible light range that cloaks their identity. Now, for these people out there that talk about shape-shifting, well, like I said, this is what is occurring now. Unless Satan can get this 5G totally wired in, dialed in throughout the whole world, all right, the shit's going to hit the fan, because the goal is to try to wipe out God's natural frequency, which human beings, all right, live in harmony with. When they're fussing with that, that's where you get these people that are sensitive and start to have these physical manifestations. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to get to the heart of the super soldier thing, more on this mind control. But folks, just remember what is taking place out there. Yes, the gang stalker down the street and all the nonsense, but look,